Hi everyone, and welcome to the NAEP Forum Highlights video for August 28th, 2015. I'm Greg Mackway from the University of California, and I'm part of the supply chain management team at the San Francisco and Berkeley campuses. I'm also a member of the NAEP Educational Procurement Journal's editorial board and responsible for the Heard on the Street column. This video was recorded using Google Hangout, which includes additional material, including direct links to the forum topics we'll be discussing. Click on the link in the bottom left corner of this video to launch Google Hangout. And with that, we'll get started. Hey everybody, welcome back this week. I hope you enjoyed the video last week, which went deep into a single topic rather than doing a forum highlight. So the analytical hierarchy process was the topic that we discussed, and we had Andrew Clark from UCSF UC Berkeley joining us as well. If you didn't get a chance to look at the video, it should be in the YouTube channel below. I recommend that you all check it out. So this week we're back to the standard format, which is reviewing a couple topics within the NAEP forum for the week. So let's go ahead and get started with that. Let's see if I can bring this up. So to get started, we have a couple of job postings. The first one here is a contract specialist at the University of Notre Dame, back east from me, of course, out here on the West Coast. Within the contract specialist role, within our sourcing team, we had a contract specialist role, and it was great. I was an analyst at the time, looking at the data, looking at how much we spent on stuff, and it was a completely different opportunity set for the contract specialist to look at the value of our contracts themselves and look at the words of those contracts and what value could be derived from the way that we present our contracts, the strategy around the words we use, and everything like that. So if a move into the strategy side of things is interesting to you, contract specialists, and if contracts are interesting to you, contract specialists is a great place to start. All right, we have another job posting here, a little further east, or at least east from me, is a director position at the University of New Hampshire. So it looks like it's Jackie's posting for a new director of procurement. What's really cool about this position is that many procurement roles are, maybe buried is not the right word, but I'm going to use it anyways, buried within the organization underneath the controller's office. And usually it's then focused on much more policy management, transactional management. It looks like this role reports directly up to the Associate Vice President of Finance. So you're much more connected to things larger than transactional buying. We're fortunate enough to be in this position at both San Francisco and Berkeley as well. And what we're able to see is that there's much more focus on strategic opportunities, the value of procurement in this role. So if that's the type of role you're looking for in leadership within procurement, I think this opportunity at the University of New Hampshire is an exciting post. So I would recommend giving Jackie a call and checking it out. All right, so this next forum topic is on something I thought was pretty cool. Within the National Forum, we're getting a lot of posts for RFPs, for additional documentation. This one actually is a post about a problem and then a couple solutions to that problem at the same time. So a little more maturity within the forum post itself, which is, I think, a cool thing to highlight at this point. So Berkeley College, the other Berkeley College, had a problem with gift cards, and they're really wondering, you know, we have gift cards. Our standard procurement method is P cards. There's a bunch of rules in place. How do you reconcile this? And how do you manage kind of the regulations from the IRS on that type of activity? Nobody gave a direct answer to that, but what we had at Temple University was Barbara said, hey, well, one way to do that is to put a easier channel to get gift cards in place other than on your P card. So using a distributor like National Gift Card and creating a punch out within your e-commerce solution gives someone a way to say, hey, this is how you buy them. within our authorized procurement channels. Don't use P-card. Yeah, and then Farah from Colorado State followed up and said, yeah, you do that, and then you go ahead and put the policy in place on your P-card saying don't buy it on your P-card. So move something that's a hard thing to manage, right? Gift cards, for the value that we buy them for, absolutely fall below the threshold of most of our procurement rules, but there's still a headache. You know, how do you do that? It sounds like you can go ahead and put this within your procurement system and then block off the channels that you can't manage as well. So putting those two together comes up with a great solution. I think if anybody else has solutions around P cards and gift cards, or specifically gift card programs that you know work well for your campus, it would be great to log into this forum topic and go ahead and provide your feedback. I'd love to understand how you fix those kind of things that are bugging everybody at the same time. All right, what else do we have in here? So I talked to a lot of people about my thoughts on the role of procurement and the role of administration in higher education as a whole. And a few of you may have heard me say this before, that you know, I feel that within higher education, we're all trying to have the same goal, right? We're all trying to solve the same problems. You know, all of our campuses and the way that we relate to the mission of the university is the same. We want to save people time and money to then go ahead and allow people to focus on the mission of the university. What's really cool about higher education, and especially in procurement and things like NAEP, is that we're willing to share the solutions to our problems so that it makes everybody's lives easier. That being said, I feel one place that I skip off of that high macro conversation is that, you know, the size of your school and the resourcing you have available really impacts the way that you can solve that problem and the way that you can approach these problems that we have in higher education. So NAEP is asking the same question. What can NAEP do? What can we highlight at the national or annual meeting that can really solve these problems at small schools, right? What are you facing, and what can we put out there to help you solve these problems, right? Throwing you know, hundreds of $1,000s e-commerce systems at a school that, you know, that maybe that's 10 times your procurement budget. You know, that's not something that's going to make sense. So what topics are you looking for? What problems do you have? What things can we do to support smaller schools at the national level and during the annual meeting? So a couple of thoughts in here so far. What do we have? Christine from St. Charles Community College just put up some great issues that they have. Pretty much not enough resources and not a seat at the table within a small school. How do you do that? I'm assuming that's even more of a challenge. We have that challenge at the larger schools too, but I'm guessing it's even more of a challenge at the smaller schools. So if you are a small school, NAEP would love to hear from you. Please check out this forum post and provide your insights and your thoughts and just the things that if somebody could help you solve them, it would make your life and your job a lot easier. All right. And then finally, here's a really cool post which allows me to take off my procurement hat and put on my supply chain or logistics hat. Colleen at University of Pennsylvania brought up that they're partnering with Amazon right now. That Amazon, you know, the university gets, and this is the same at every campus or every campus for the folks I talk to, university gets a bunch of packages that may or may not be related to university business, right? It may not, it may be because of a PO, it may not be, but one of the things that everybody says is, you know, we get all these packages from Amazon. And when you're trying to integrate with your central receiving group, or you're trying to then distribute those packages on campus, you don't, for things that aren't related to university business, there's no integration that can happen. You still just have to get those packages from wherever they were dropped off to the people who need them. Most campuses aren't on, you know, city streets, so there's not an actual place where those can be delivered directly to the folks who need them. So anyways, Colleen and University of Pennsylvania is exploring opportunities with Amazon specifically to run a distribution center on their campus. So all the packages that are bought by Amazon will come into a central receiving point and then delivered by Amazon out from there. I've got a couple questions for her. One of the main thing is it doesn't seem like that makes sense to do just for Amazon packages. You have all your other parcels coming to campus. How does that work? And what is the logistics of moving parcels on your campus look like in general? And do they facilitate that? Do they not? It would be interesting to set up two separate processes, one to solve Amazon packages and one to solve everything else. So if you are working with Amazon, if you've heard about this program, I'd love to understand more about it and how it works. And if it's working for your campus, if you looked at it and said, well, that doesn't fit our need, anything, I think this is a really cool potential solution for campuses who have challenges with distribution. And I think that the more procurement and logistics work side by side, you start taking procure to pay and extending it to become procure to pay to fulfill. So I think that the transition in this area and the collaboration with logistics and moving packages is pretty close to the procurement function as well. So I would stay tuned and take a look at this thread and kind of see where it goes. All right. So that's it, guys. Those are the forum topics for this week. I hope you enjoyed. I think it'll be a couple more weeks. I think the other videos with the in-depth material we'll try and do once a month, but these we'll do every week still continuously. So with that, have a great weekend. Let me know your thoughts. Put in the comments below of this video or post on the NAEP forum. Okay, talk to you guys soon. Thanks. Bye.